We just got here. Quick mic check, mic check, mic check. Audio quality, decent, okay, not so great. All right. I don't know how long we're going to be here or how many plates we're going to give out, because as you can see, somebody was here earlier. Dick Grayson. What's up, Marble Cat? Hey, dude. What's up, Marble Cat? So yeah, in other news, I'm sure you saw Elijah and everyone else who tunes in as soon as we really get crack-a-lacking. But I started uploading the raw footage of my visits to the colonies as members-only content. I think that's a good... It helps me get more content to you guys, because editing is the big time sink for me, because I have to import it into iMovie, trim the unnecessary time, and then re-export it back, and then because I can't upload it to YouTube straight from iMovie for some reason, and then so I have to re-export it back to my Photos app, and then once that's done, Jesus Christ, I'm having a brain fade moment right now. Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is that, yeah. So yeah, basically what I'm saying is a lot of work, and look, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna do all I've got a buttload of stuff that I shot during Halloween Horror that needs to be uploaded. I've got all the stuff from these weeks, from last week, that needs to be uploaded. So I'm just gonna start dumping that on the members as members only content, and then once I get it edited, we'll upload it to the YouTubes, and then we'll I think I'll still gonna put it as members first only, but what we are gonna do, I think, is that instead of the non-members having to wait a day or two, the non-members only need to wait a half hour to an hour for it to go live, because the members will have had, hello, JJGGYT, or sorry, JJGGGG. No, wait, that was too many G's. Hold on, I gotta say it right. JJGGG_YT. Or if you're into NATO phonetic, I'm being really weird right now. It's okay. What's up, 14 people? Say hi, like the video, join the chat. But yeah, what's up, Juliet Golf _Yankee Tango? Dang, my NATO phonetic is really rusty, peeps. What's up, boy? Gamers 9233. Marble Cat. All right. It's a little bit cold right now. I mean, cold for Los Angeles. It's not really cold, but it's a little cold. I thought I saw Tatiana. Let me see. I thought I saw Tatiana. Where's Tatiana? Regardless, let's get the feeding started. Like I said, I don't think we're going to do too much feeding, because the plates on the ground would suggest that someone was here earlier and gave plenty of food. We don't want to overfeed these guys. Look what a chonker Marble Cat is turning into. That's because he gets overfed. But also, Elijah, big question. I know we have audio, but is it decent audio, or is it taking the audio from the camera, from my phone, where it's doing that in the background? Marble Cat! What's up, Marble Cat? Good audio. Okay, excellent. The problem, Mr. Marble Cat. The problem is that because my phone's kind of on the old side, the charge port, lightning port, data port, whatever you want to call it, is kind of dying. 5 seems like a good amount of, yeah. So basically, yeah, the charge port is dying, and conveniently, um, conveniently, this external mic right here, doesn't connect via Bluetooth. You need to plug in like this little adapt. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's Bluetooth, but it doesn't connect via the phone's Bluetooth. It connects via its own situation. So the side effect of that is that you need to plug something into the charge port, or otherwise these guys don't work. And I think 5 is good enough. Worst comes to worst, we'll give some to Fats. But Marble Cat's here. I think I saw, like I said, I think I saw Tatiana. I don't see her right now. It also could have been Bootsy. Also, speaking of Bootsies, one random stiletto. Hi-ya! Touchdown. Sorry, Lady Jane Grey. Or no, sorry, Dick Grayson. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm just kind of a spaz. All right. So yeah. So that's the situation with the uploads. And maybe that'll encourage more members, potentially. But more to the point, it's just for the people who've stuck around with me long enough to become a member or are invested enough to become a member, I want to keep the content coming for y'all. And we'll still have, and it'll also just be like, it's kind of one of those you need to start somewhere situations. And like, it's been so long since I uploaded actual videos that I'm like, last week I was slacking on everything. Like I could feel myself. I was like, oh, it's so easy to just do the live streams like this. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not easy. I'm still out here. I'm kind of cold and that's slippery. I'm still out here. I'm kind of cold and like it's still an effort and a monetary outlay, but it's like from a computer, like from a computer editing, like data management standpoint, it is so much easier to do these live streams. But like, I gotta diversify. I gotta keep the content diverse. Marble Cat, get out of the street now. Come here, Dick Grayson. Come on, DG. Come on, DG. Dick Grayson. Yeah, I know a lot of you folks don't particularly like it when I scream at the cats, but in this instance, Marble Cat was taking a dust bath in the actual street, and that will not stand. So if scaring him means getting him out the street, worth it. Worth it. Also, another reminder to myself that I need to do a lot of things, but one of the things I need to do is I absolutely need to put the broom head back in my car so I can clean stuff up, because, if he's thinking about dust baths, then I need to push all that dust into a place that's safer. Also, I don't know about Joe, but I got a freaking migraine today, and it's pulsating. All right. Mahalo. Hey, Dick Grayson, come on, dude. There's also another thing. Dick Grayson allows pets. I don't know if you can see him in the camera right now. Dick Grayson allows pets, but only when Big V is here. And if I show up this late at night, Big V will not be here because Big V is smart. Not to say Dick Grayson isn't smart, but Big V is just whatever the... You can shoot me for this dad joke, but he is a member of Meownsa for sure. That's the Cat Mensa Society, in case you were curious. Grayson! Come on, Marble Cat. I do love you, dude. That's why I gave you pets when you showed up. No, sorry. I just got asked for fentanyl, so nope. Dick Grayson. Yeah. Me no have no fatty. Me only have kitty. It's a better drug anyways. But that lens flare though. Alright, let me get out of here. Other cat not named Brave Peachy. Come and eat. Audio change. Crap. All right, good audio should be back now. I don't. Good morning, a Candroid. We're just waiting for Dick Grayson to show back up. I don't know. Literally, just by moving the tripod and camera, it's like I lost the good audio. Like when I say this connector is dying, I was not kidding. Okay, and I got the other audio. The other mic now is on me. So we got one mic that'll pick up kitty noises when they show up, which they will shortly. Give them a second, and the other mic will pick up me yammering and stammering. Come on, Marble Cat. Lady Jane Grey. There you go, Dick Grayson. Back to the food. Let's go, kitties. Excuse me. No, come back, Lady Jane Grey. Or don't. That's fine. Oh, that's not Marble Cat. That's Chris the cat. Chris the cat and Gracie, please eat. Meow, meow. Also, side note, since I've been also small side note, since somebody just asked me if I had any fentanyl. Can I just say that I kind of despise the fact that the nickname for fentanyl has become Fetty? Like, spare a thought for the famous New Jersey one-eyed rapper Fetty Wap. He didn't name himself Fentanyl Wap. He was using Fetty as money. I guess you can say that the current slang Fetty will take all your previous slang Fetty and leave you with no Fetty. Oh, and just as a reminder, let me get on my moralizing soapbox for a second. Don't do fentanyl. Just don't. Dick Grayson agrees with me, by the way. He's sitting there chilling. He's like, you can eat cat food before you can do fentanyl. Like, at least cat food has basic nutrition for human beings. I mean, it's going to be gross, but it's... Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I would eat cat food before I did fentanyl. Although, that being said, we have to keep in mind that, most of these addicts were not born. They were made by big pharma pushing opiates on everybody like it's candy. Thank you, Sackler family. Burn in hell, Sackler family. I do hope that woman gets help, though. I can't be the one to help her, unfortunately. Like I said to Valentine, I'd love to help homeless humans, but it's really, really difficult to help homeless humans. Homeless cats is not easy necessarily, but compared to homeless humans, whoo! I'm also really glad we gave Gracie a name. She's a really pretty animal. With those white boots. She's got those white boots. Also, Chad, if you're talking, sorry, I can't see you right now. I'm over with my, I'm over consolidating cans. I'll be right back. I'll be right back to check in on chat in a minute. I heard a really... I don't know where it came from. It wasn't me, obviously, and it wasn't any of these guys, but I heard a really plaintive meow just now. I don't know where that came from. Meow. Come on, guys. I need more than 2 kitties eating, please. There we go. Chris the cat is back. Gracie is gone. Weird. They don't seem to like each other tremendously. All right. Only one cat there. More cats coming, but let's check in really quickly on Matthew McConaughey over there. I'm coming, Matthew. Slowly but surely. Dick Grayson. No, Dick Grayson, come back. All right, let me roll. Okay, I said hi to Candroid. Hi, Occupy Keen University. Hello from the East Coast, Thursday, 2:30 a.m. November. Watching the Golden Girls. All right, so late in NoHo. Drinking beers. Good to know that you do that. El Gatocito. Mira, mira. Un gato situ. Un gato cito. All right, let's see. Hello, Exquisite Idea. Hello, Capones. Hello, Isaiah 8146. Ghost Kitty. No ghost kitties. No ghost kitties inside the dumpsters. There's plenty of kitty underneath the dumpster at the moment, though. Yeah, and yeah, Occupy Keen University. I just don't understand them. I just don't understand how people could do that. What's up, Silvana? Yeah. That's awesome to see, Decon Frost. Yeah, of the cats that live in my apartment, the vast majority of them are street rescues. It's Lil Toilet. The shot is vaguely lined up. I mean, if you're talking about the camera shot, or do you want more like dead center so it's not like rule of thirds? Or do you want me to actually shoot the cat like with a pew pew? Because that's not going to happen. Liz, no. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. Elijah, do me a favor. Put him on a 30-second timeout. Can cats be anti-Semitic? Hey, Katie. Oh, you're in the valley also? All right. Can cats be anti-Semitic? I don't know, Jake, but thank you. Yeah, I don't. Oh, Silvana, Tatiana always eats like that. Unfortunately, it's because she got her teeth removed several years back, and she'll. Oh, Northern Indiana. That is absolutely not in California. But thank you so much for stopping in either way. But yeah, Tatiana has very few teeth, but she still eats like a feral cat. So she grabs like huge like of food, but then she can't chew it. So she kind of gums it. It's not great, but that's actually one of the main reasons we're trying to get her off the street. It kind of sucks though that Valentine wasn't able, so she actually had to tough out the atmospheric river, as it were, the alleged atmospheric river, I should say, because it was the most BS atmospheric river I've ever seen in my life. But yeah. All right. So also Jake, man who needs cookies. First off, I agree with you. I need cookies too. Um, but second off, I don't think cats can be anti-Semitic. I've got several cats, and I'm not. Yeah, I know. Occupy. It's crappy, but you know you gotta take them as you can. But it is pretty sad. I mean, Little Toilet, if you want to adopt one of these cats, they really need a hero. And I can only be their hero sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Sylvana. But is that Tatiana over there in the corner? No, it's one of the gray cats. We're actually going to go quickly and check in on. Yeah, I mean, you know what's crazy? Not only do they walk upon us, they vote. They vote. Yep. Thank you, Elijah. Little Toilet was acting like a real shitter, um, and I don't feel the need to co-sign that kind of behavior. Yeah, I actually, sorry, I'm not speaking English right now, but I wish I could. I wish there was a way to like to move the camera around without scaring the cats, because like that's the thing. That's the thing. If I move if like, sorry, not English there. Yeah, but yeah, it's like, ooh, it's getting a little cold. My brain is not working. But yeah, I wish there was a way to like put the camera on like a skateboard and like move it around in such a way that like we could get closer to and like go in on individual cats. Unfortunately, I can't think of a way to do that where they don't like run away. Let's see if is Fats in the house. Fats. Remote control. Yeah, I saw some dude on Instagram do that thing. My worry is that the car will start like the sounds of the electric motor will startle the cats. Yeah, I agree. Occupy King University. I mean, here's the thing. I'm not a vegetarian. I do eat dead animals, but I mean, I'm sorry. Those dead animals will never be cats or dogs or horses for that matter. Like it's messed up that anyone would think like anyone would have that thought process or I don't know. But the thing is, dude is probably like 12 years old at most and thinks it's really edgy, but it's just not. But whatever. Hopefully they'll not be. Hopefully they won't be like that their entire life. Hopefully that once their balls finish dropping or whatever or however you want to say, once they complete puberty, hopefully they'll age out of that stuff. I'm not holding my breath though. Also, in case anyone was curious, yes, the homeless Habitat for Humanity is getting quite large, and now there's two cars. Um, and also, there's like satellite people who like they couldn't get in on the main area, so now they're like tenting outside. It's kind of shitty, unfortunately, but it is what it is. All right, let's go check in on the kitties and how much food we've got left. But yeah, I did think about a remote control car, but like I think it's more important to feed the cats and make sure we're consistent than worrying about stuff like that. So don't expect a remote control car anytime soon. Just to let y'all know. But I might start considering new camera angles or like I don't know, maybe when I'm shooting my long format videos, um, something's burning. Oh well, no, it's the homeless people starting a fire. But I smell burning paper. Like y'all know when you start a fire and you throw the newspaper in to get something started. That's what it smells like. All right. How many cats are eating? Who's eating? Anybody eating? I hope they're eating. Run away, Chris the cat. Is it Liz? It's Liz. Okay. Good to see that's going well so far. Hey, Liz. Good job. Chris the cat? No tea today. That's all right, though. It's kind of cold right now. I'm actually glad she's not out. You know what it has been, though, because I've been showing up late only of late, is it's been way too long. Yeah. No, I mean, look, she's the queen. She can do whatever she wants, Tatiana can. Yes. What Occupy Keen University just said? 112%. Everybody, please like, comment, subscribe, share. No, good, Sylvan. I understood what you were getting at. But yeah, because I've been showing up late, it's been like a week since I've seen since I've seen Senor Big V. I miss Big V. All right, let's go check it. Doing this new thing where I let the cats eat because I don't want to take home too much food. Or not take home, but I don't want to leave behind too much food. But I also, I also, um, I don't want to leave behind too much food, but there's also just not that many cats, so you got to give them time to eat. So let's go check in on Charlie's colony. I doubt there's going to be anybody here because, like I said, it's not cold for like people who like actually live in places that have 4 seasons. But for California, it's quite cold right now. What's the temperature? Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna swipe down so I can see my control center. All right, my phone says it's 49. Yeah, phone says 49. I can believe that. I can see my I can see my breath, but barely. Ow! Look, the new sickness. Everyone's driving around with their freaking brights on. Can I tell y'all, people, just be a better human being. Turn your brights off. All right. If y'all learn nothing, Charlie, Big C's here. Yeah, but the thing is, Sylvana, where you are, I'd plan for it. Like I'm only wearing. Hey, Charlie. Hey, dude. Hey, man. Good to see you. Charlie's one of the cats that I actually TNR'd, and his last kittens live with me at the moment. They're available for adoption, and like Charlie, they're extremely friendly. Unlike Charlie, however, they're not little kittlers. They're they're uh, they're orange cats. And very cute they are, Sunny and Sully. They're still waiting for their forever home, but yeah. I think Charlie is like one of the main examples of that kittens or that cats can't be anti-Semitic because kittlers love me. Charlie digs me, Fats digs me. Ah, I'm sorry. Good boy. All right, you want me to come back with some wet food? I can come back with some wet food if you want. I'm 112% ready to give you wet food. All the wet food you want, sir. You are my friend. Good boy. Hey, see? He did say yes, please. Only 32 at your house. Yeah. But like that's the thing. Like I said, it's not just the temperature, it's how you plan for it. Because like during the daytime, it's in the high 60s, low 70s right now in LA. So yeah. Scratch, 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 scratch. Come on out. Come on out. Come on out. I'll even get this piece of blech away from here. Good boy. Good boy, Charlie. Charlie's one of the best ones out there. Like, I hope he finds a forever home soon. All right, let's go check in on the main colony and grab some food for Big C. Oh, you're in Bend, Oregon. That's so cool. That's so cool, Banshee dude. Yeah. Luckily, Occupy right now, or not right now. Luckily, in California, you almost never need to worry about stuff freezing. But was that you meowing, Charlie, or was that somebody else? Meow. You don't meow, do you? I don't think you meow. I heard a meow. Meow. I can't be the only one. Meow. All right, hold on. I'm hearing meowing, but I can't tell where it's coming from. Charlie, it's not you, is it? Look at this certified good boy. Charlie, you're too much of a good boy to be out here. Meow. Meow. Yeah, yeah, got to be careful with the cold. I mean, my cats are, I can never tell people what to do. I can say what I do and say what my recommendation is. Generally speaking, I think cats should be indoor only if possible. But like I said, I don't control, like, up to you what you do with your animals. But Melanie is stalking you. I hope not. Well, as long as it stays on the internet, we're cool. If it gets to like IRL stalking, don't do that. But like, oh, gifts. I don't know what those mean, but thank you. Oh, it's mutual stalking. Okay. 10 rounds of bare knuckle boxing to determine who the real stalker is. Like I said, guys, remember. good good to see people forming up, form of, shape of, run of the mill. Ow! Good to see people forming friendships in my chat. I like it. Also, whoever just gave 5 gifts or gems or whatever, thank you so much. You're the first person to give gems that I know of in my channel's history. So thank you for that. You rock, whoever you are. I'm looking for this freaking. I could have. This is one of those moments where it's like, did I hear a cat or did I just do too many drugs in my life? And you know, is my sanity leaving me? It's a real, it's a real chicken or the egg question sometimes. Sent me a poop. It's all good, Keene University. Have a great night. Have a great night. Sleep well. Stay healthy and stay warm as best you can. Okay, and also Elijah, Ozzy is doing very well. I have no idea, Silvana. Actually, Ozzy is doing very well. Um, he is the cutest cat in the world, as you can see based on the thumbnail image, where he and Baby Blue are they are having the best time. I don't know. I actually have a story for y'all about Ozzy and Baby Blue, but we got to get back to my car first. Um, but so yeah, it was a morning. It it was a morning on my bed, and I was chilling in my room. Weekend, nothing to do, and Ozzy and Baby Blue decide to start play fighting on one of my pillows. And Ozzy, like Baby Blue, I think is letting Ozzy take the W because he's twice the size of Ozzy. But at some point, Ozzy just gets a little too rambunctious, and Baby Blue is like, you know what? That would be enough of that. That yeah, that's enough. That's enough of that buffoonery. Okay, I think we're taking one of these containers. We're not popping open a new one. Who dis? All right. Is this Pauline? It is Pauline. Hey, P. Is Tatiana here? Niet. But yeah, all right. So let me finish the story really quickly. Um, and finish my consolidation station. All right. So so um, so they're doing the whole fight routine, and at some point, Baby Blue is like, "That's enough of this," and he does what every cat does when they've like had enough. He puts up one paw and just holds it primed for some serious putazos. And stupid Ozzy, bless his heart, keeps rambunctionising, and Baby Blue just goes right on Ozzy's head, and Ozzy slow mo rolls off the bed and onto the floor. And I got to tell you, it was the funniest shit I've seen. I almost suffocated laughing. It was that funny. I was like, no freaking way this just happened. And also, I was like, in my head, I was like, hey, I should really be recording this. Sorry, flashing light stuff. I should really be recording this, and then I didn't, and I missed it. Dang it! But it's okay. Some things you just have. You know, I majored in photography. Yeah, it was clobbering time for sure. Um, but yeah. So yeah, but that was just But I always like to sometimes I majored in photography in college, and sometimes you know I don't take as many photos as I used to. Obviously, I still like to do photography or whatever, but it's just you know life happens sometimes. I guess is the easiest way to say it. But um, Also, while I'm scraping and scratching, let me remove this microphone so people don't think like, oh, you need to put it. Oh, also, it doesn't matter because this microphone is off. You did many much trades. But yeah, point is, life kind of happens. But you know, and I know in the 21st century we all love to record everything because we have, you know, we have a fantastic, you know, we have some of the best cameras ever made, and we carry them in our pockets at all times. So we love to photograph things. But I think back to what Robin Williams, may he rest in peace, said about recording his shows. So, and he said, well, you're just going to have to tell people what you saw, that you saw a hairy comedian. And that's kind of, uh, ENT, I got to tell you, having been to the ENT specialist before, always fun. Always fun. You know, but here's the thing. And this is the thing with medical cameras. Um, better an ENT than a colonoscopy because then the camera's going up the and that seems worse. Like I've never had either, but that seems worse. All right, let me see. Do I know any tricks to get cats friendly with each other? So Melanie, I use a modified version of the Jackson Galaxy technique. Basically, whenever I have a new cat in my apartment or like a short-term foster or whatever, um, when they first come into the house, obviously for multiple reasons. Both at the same time? Oh my God, you got DP'd by doctors. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, but it's okay because, you know, cats are used to eating on the floor. And I make a point to give them these containers because otherwise, you know, a lot of people will feed them straight out of the container, which is a very sharp lip to it, or they'll feed them straight off the floor, which is full of stuff and contaminants and bad juju, man. So yeah, I'm not. I don't hold with that really. No, you can untime him out. Oh yeah, Elijah, you can be a little bit more you know, have less of a hair trigger on the timing out because I wanted to take that guy to task. There's someone behind the trash can watching. Where? Where? The only thing behind the trash can is a cat over there. Okay, so yeah, so let me get so yeah, so Melanie, if you like I said, I use a modified version of the Jackson Galaxy technique, and if you're clueless, I would just go on the Google foo and look up and look, but there's nobody. There ain't nobody here. You smoking that DMT pack by any chance? Smoking that hallucinogen pack? All right. Am I on drugs? I'm not on drugs at the moment. And if I were on drugs, it would just be weed. Although, like I said, I don't begrudge people for doing drugs. Do I play Fortnite? No. Yeah, I'm feeding yeah, Banshee, I'm feeding homeless cats. That's what I do. 3 days a week I go out and I feed cats that have no home. And I try to socialize them bit by bit so that I can get them homes if possible. Speaking of homeless cats, we're going to go check in on the most social one, Charlie, where we were a second ago. However, I am going to take the tray to him in the car, so y'all are hopping along with me. Give me a sec. So yes, just to clarify, I myself am not. What's up, Faithless? If my KRD. Oh, this is a Fortnite thing. I don't know. I don't. What up, Big Madge? You love cats? I love cats too. That's why I feed them on the regular. But yeah, I myself am not homeless, and while I do live sort of paycheck to paycheck, it's primarily because I live in Los Angeles, which is an extremely expensive city to live in. I also live in the United States, which is an extremely expensive country to live in. Mostly because we don't have universal health care, but that's besides the point. No, it's all good, John. We're cool. No, but like, here's the thing. I but like, no, I mean, look, you don't want to be homeless, but the fact of the matter is this is such a hard place to live sometimes, you know. But what you don't want to do is end up like this poor specimen, where you're just kind of walking around at midnight, high off your ass. Um, but yeah, I'm not sure about the colony vacuum effect. It's a thing. All right, let me. All right, before I get completely sidetracked, sorry about my ADHD. Let me discuss the Jackson Galaxy method while we're driving. Do I own a cat? As a matter of fact, I don't own a cat. I'm a cat parent. They own me. I just. No, I don't own a home. I rent. Yeah, no. But here's the thing. So yeah, I have 5 cats that are mine, and I have 3 fosters at my home. In addition, no, I don't breed cats. In fact, I think getting them fixed so that they don't make new cats is extremely important and kind of the bedrock of cat rescue in 2025. Yeah, but just to be clarified, I am not homeless. But if I were homeless and I was doing this, that would be very admirable. Is this Jagoff who told me to go fuck my? No, he's yeah. Like, don't hate on the homeless people. They're just trying to live like we are. As long as they don't bother us, we don't bother them. Now, I did go off on kind of a tangent earlier because one homeless person came up to me and asked me if I had any fentanyl to give her, and I absolutely do not. But that's besides the point. Like, all right, okay, it's a plastic bag. Okay, we don't need to. Okay, guys. I'm glad that you're all so rich. I just hope that you guys pay the taxes commensurate with your tax bracket, um, unlike rich people in the real world. So that's where we're at right now. But yeah, and guys, I'm here in my garage. Just got this new Lamborghini. But it's nice to drive out in the Hollywood Hills. But you know what's better than a Lamborghini? Knowledge. Denise from Turkey. Yes, this is. We're in Los Angeles, California right now. We're going to go visit Charlie the cat, and then we're going to call the stream a night. But yeah, okay. Let me get the. Sorry, Melanie. I'm so sorry. The Jackson Galaxy method. Okay, when you get a new cat, the first thing you do is quarantine the shit out of that cat. You put him in a room, and you do not let him out or her. You do not let that cat out no matter what. You give that cat everything. You put that cat like in a bathroom or about or whatever. But and you give that cat everything it needs to survive. You get a litter box in there. You get a scratching post if necessary, some toys, food, water, the whole 9 yards, and you leave the cat there. Um, and you also try. You put a towel. You put a towel. See, you put a towel under the door to like really restrict the like the interplay of the cats. And then once all that's done, once all right, and once the cat's been there for a little while, there's a little like curiosity building, as it were, between like your pre-existing cats and your new cat. Then you pull. Hey, it's Jay the Void. Hey, Jay the Void. Where's Charlie? Yeah. So then you pull the towel and you start letting the scent. You start letting them smell each other. So that's step one. Once they've started to smell each other through the thing, you open the gate. You open the door ever so slightly, and you let them see each other for a second. Then, once they've seen each other, once they've interacted with each other, you slowly but surely start like moving them closer and closer and closer. And hello, Whitey Lukey. But yeah, so Charlie, ow! I hate that Charlie went away. No, come back, Charlie. What's going on? We're feeding homeless cats. I think Charlie's upset that I left him. He's like, bro, you left me and you took too long to come back. Ergo, you suck. Um, Charlie. Lily Kozar, you know where I'm at? Okay, come feed the cats. Adopt them, please. Thank you. So it really depends, Melanie. Some integrate faster than others. You just got the thing is the cats will dictate the pace. If they start integrating really quickly and it's like instant love, then don't wait. Like bring them closer. But if it's like, nah, we don't mess with you. If the first like thought is, yeah, no, we don't, you're nah, then go a little bit slower. Some of my cats integrated so fast, just so fast, and others Others, it took a really long time. So there's no, cats are just like human beings. They're beautiful, unique, sparkle ponies, and no two cats are the same, and no two cats will integrate the same. Oh, hold on. I gotta make can noises. Charlie! Charlie! Okay, guys, can the creator of this channel please make a request? Can we stop with this who's rich, who's poor? It really doesn't matter. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't. And you shouldn't either. Like, you know what true written it's trite, it's overstated, but yes, true wealth is of the soul. You know, look, I might not have a ton of money, but when I go home, a ton of cats say hello to me. My family cares for me. You know, I have a roof over my head. So, you know, would I love all the money in the world? Sure. Would I love to be like Ty Lopez in that stupid ass ad where I'm like, you're in my garage, just got this new Lamborghini. But you know what's better than a Lamborghini? Knowledge. But but here's the thing: more important than any of that is that we care for the people that we love, and that the people that love us care for us. Beyond that, everything is fucking window dressing. You see is Fatburger still open? Some of them are, some of them aren't. But like, you see my car? My car is a 2003. Let me tell you a couple things. Number one, this car is awesome. This car fucks. But number two, I don't need a fancy car. That BMW, by the way, is ugly as shit. Like, who the hell designed that grill, and why does it have lights on it? Why? Why? What are we doing, guys? And I'm sure that Beamer is very, very nice in every way. I'm sure. I'm also sure that there's no way in hell I could ever work on it because everything is electronic to hell. I'm also sure that out of warranty maintenance is terrifyingly expensive. And yeah, Faithless, you do rock my world, my dude. You know, but that being said, if you can afford a BMW 7 Series and you want one, go for it. On you, all you, but not me, fam, not me. I'm a little sad that Charlie isn't here when I came back, but that's okay. That's okay. You guys who were here when we saw Charlie, you saw Charlie. You know what an amazing kitty cat he is. I'm sure some of you have friends in Los Angeles who are like, hey, we're going to contact those friends and be like, hey, there's this cat that we saw on this random channel on YouTube, and he's a really cool channel, and he's a really cool cat. Yeah, Charlie's gone for now. Exactly, Faithless. Streetwalkers in the area. Um, I mean, look, there's a lot of homeless people in Los Angeles in general, and in this area specifically, and yeah, I do too, Melanie. I hope he finds a home quickly, quickly, quickly. There's a non, you know, I've got such a huge queue of cats that need homes. It's crazy, but yeah. As to the women of the night question, I'm sure there are. I just don't see them, and I'm not looking for them. Although I will say this. Wow, it got bright over all of a sudden. I will say this. No. I will say this. I've definitely been propositioned for intercourse, but it wasn't so much a woman of the night, so much as a drug addict who. Oh, Mel and I mean, I don't know what you mean, Ronald Donaldson, because oh, sorry. Anyways, we're not going to wait out here freezing our balls off. Um, but yeah, point is, look, I live in a city of 4 million people. There's not everybody is as awesome as you folks who are watching. You know, some people are like me, they're just average and have moments of excellence, and some people really suck. So, yeah. I mean, Big Maj, big respect, but the amount of comma splices in that comment is driving the grammar Nazi in me up the freaking wall. Thank you so much. I mean, thanks for finding the channel, Mel and I. It's like, it's always nice when people stumble upon the channel and they enjoy. Uh, no party preference, Ronald. Although personally, if you could find a way to vote for the MAGA crowd, I don't know. All right, guys, no sloganeering in the chat, please. The simple fact of the matter is as follows: that I just used the tripod. To drag this crap over here, which is cool. Charlie! Ow! Charlie went to sleepy. But like, here's the thing. This will be my political statement of the night, and then we'll keep it pushing. Um, Regardless of your party, regardless of your political leanings, the simple fact of the matter is, and I think we should see this from the Epstein case, Um, it's not a question of liberal, conservative, Republican, Democrat. You know, it's a question of rich and poor, have and have not. And all of us, even those of us who think we're really rich, are have-nots in the grand scheme of things. You know, and the top 1%, they are bad people. They got to their station in life by taking advantage of people, by treating the less fortunate poorly, by abusing people, by doing horrible, horrible things. And they get away with it because they have money. No, absolutely not the biggest bird. We should never fight homeless people. We should fight the evil landlords who make it so hard for people to afford stuff. You know, we all have to remember that in the grand scheme of things, we are the workers. We are not the C-suite. Turn your brights off, my guy. Like, what is this? Jesus Christ. Do cats sleep on their back? Honestly, cats sleep however the heck they damn well feel like it, and that's a God's honest truth. Um, but yeah, if y'all take nothing else away from this stream, it's that regardless of our the ruling class, the top 1%, the the evil people who go to the island or whatever, they use politics to divide us. You know, they you know they say, oh, the conservative people is, oh, the conservative dog whistle is, oh, the immigrants are coming for your money. They're gonna, the immigrants, people of color, and the poor. They're coming for you. They're coming for your money. They're rapists. They're bringing crime. They're bringing drugs. All of the above. That's the dog whistle for the conservatives. The dog whistle for the liberals is, oh, those conservatives, they're trying to take away our freedoms and all that. And for the record, I do think personally that the threat of the conservatives is much worse than the threat of the liberals overall, because I think it's important to have a woman's right to choose more than it is to be scared about some immigrants. Because I don't know if y'all know this, but immigrants are what makes this country, the United States, great. My father's an immigrant. We're a nation of immigrants. The only people who are not immigrants to this country are the Native Americans, and we've essentially genocided them into like little tiny corners of the worst states and the worst land. So that's that. Um, John McCauley, there's no such there's no such things as legal immigrants or illegal immigrants. Also, John McCauley, we really don't need to get up on the tiny hat people, because I don't know if you know this, but I'm a tiny hat person. So we really shouldn't be engaging with that sort of anti-Semitism, in my opinion. Um, my father wasn't born in America. Well, no, actually, J.E. We still have birthright citizenship. So regardless of whether my father came here legally or illegally, or sorry, documented or undocumented. Here's the thing: they try to convince you that illegal immigrants are like the worst thing in the world, and that they're coming. Here's the thing: the quotas for the countries are the same, so it doesn't matter whether you're trying to immigrate here from Luxembourg or from Mexico. The quotas are the same. Yes, I am Jewish. Please don't hold it against me. I'm also atheist. Um, my father is indeed a citizen. Yeah, please don't put that on. Please don't put that on me. I mean, here's the thing, Jose. I don't want to be a murderer, and that guy is. Um, but number two, I mean, here's the thing. When you talk about the tiny hat people like that, you're not being anti-Zionist. You're being specifically anti-Semitic because you're talking about Jews. And like, don't get me wrong, I am profoundly critical of Israel. Any of my longtime viewers will know that I've repeatedly slagged off the country of Israel for what it's doing. But you know, and and you know, and I'm going to go ahead and say I think Israel is currently prosecuting a genocide in Palestine, and that's terrible. Charlie, no, I see you, dude. Come over here. Thank you. Exactly, exactly. What Silvana said, and it shouldn't matter. And I mean, here's the thing: we should be very critical of the Jewish. I'm not being coy. To associate all Jews with Israel is anti-Semitism. There's tons of anti-Zionist Jews. There's tons of Jews who think that this version of the state of Israel is le terrible. And I mean, and here's the thing: this is not to excuse. I don't excuse anything that Israel does. I'm simply stating that to blame it on the tiny hat people is anti-Semitism, like incarnate. Because you're not blaming Israel, you're blaming the tiny hat people. Which why don't like if you need to be coy like that and say tiny hat people, then you know it's anti-Semitic because you're not just saying the Jews. And like I said, fuck Bibi, fuck Israel for what it's done in Gaza. It's terrible, and I could never co-sign it as a Jew or, frankly, as an Israeli, because that's where my father's from. And for the record, I've had some heated arguments with him since October 7th about the morality of this whole thing. And let's just say we do not agree. We do not agree. I've come this close to burning my Israeli passport on multiple occasions, but I don't do it because this country is kind of going to the dogs, so it's worth it to have a second passport. Um, Charlie, good boy. So yeah, it's not a question of what's worse, though. You know, I would, although that being said, I would say unquestionably within the United States, it's much worse to be black. From like being hassled by police, being hassled by you know by the medical establishment, by so many people. It's by just racist white people. It's bad. Ollie, by the way, I like at no point did I play victim. I simply said that, you know, I mean, guys, let's discuss. Let's discuss this first. No, let's discuss this for a second. I specifically took John, which, by the way, real quick heel turn on his part. Not a fan of that. Um, you know, but he specifically said tiny hat people, and I never mentioned the state of Israel, and that's why I called him out for it being anti-Semitic. Because why do you need to bring up the quote tiny hat people? You know, if I may be tangential, you know, calling Jews the tiny hat people is kind of is kind of like saying every black dude is a soul brother. No, they're not. Every Latino is an ese or a vato. No, they're not. No, I mean, and here's the thing: I didn't want to discuss Israel because I've made my opinion on the state of Israel abundantly clear. You know, and I think at like I said, I think at this point I've made my opinion of the state of Israel and how things have been going there abundantly clear. But I think it's important that you criticize Israel abundantly without engaging in garden variety anti-Semitism. And when you say, "Oh, the problems of the world are the little hat people," that's anti-Semitism. Anyways, end of discussion. End of discussion. This channel isn't here for politics. I occasionally ramble about the fact that politics generally suck, which we all know. But this is not a political channel. This is a let's feed kitty cats and make people smile channel. Big Charlie. Hey, dude. You want to come on this side of the fence? Oh, faithless. This is Charlie. He's he's the most Kittler of all the Kittlers. Um, but actually, Charlie, Charlie, faithless. Since you kind of know my house cats, Charlie is the father of Sonny and Sully. They're his last litter. I got him fixed shortly after he had those kids, but indeed he is. Indeed he is. Indeed he is. Because I got to tell you, of all the Kittlers, I've never seen a Kittler so Kittler as Charlie is. So, like I said, I'm Jewish. I could not, in good conscience, name a cat Adolf. But I mean, look at this dude. He's even got like the side comb situation with the part. Like, is this not a like? Look at the. He has the Kittler hairstyle. Like he's got this like little like side parting going on over here. See? But yeah, I've actually made great progress with Charlie. When I first found Charlie, he wasn't fixed. He had infections all over him. We got him fixed. We got him Covenia for his infections. He's probably got some infections right now that I can, again, or some fleas. I feel like I can feel flea like bite sites. But yeah, he's doing a lot better since he got fixed, and he's gone a long way as far as socialization. But yeah, I also think it's kind of funny that I've had like amazingly good luck with the tuxedo cats because between Charlie and Fats, I've got two black and white cats that are just inherently extremely friendly. Yeah, Big C. Also, Charlie, unlike Fats, doesn't mind being picked up, but yeah, I'm just trying to get your eye gunk out, dude. I'm a little overstimulated here. Go for a slap. Meow. Not allowed. Oh, Faithless, if we could figure out a way to do it, you have no idea how fast I would do that, man. I wonder if there is a way we can figure it out. But yeah, just to clarify before we get sidetracked over Judaism and Israel and the whole cluster of you know what that is. Let me just remind y'all that what my primary um what the primary talking point of this whole thing came from, and it's that regardless of your political um affiliation, regardless of how you feel about that sort of thing, it's it's never a question of left versus right. It's a question of rich versus poor, have versus have not, worker versus C-suite. We're all the workers. We are all the have-nots, and you know, and the people who control everything, the Bezos, the Epsteins, the Soros, the Stones, the Adelsons. A lot of these people are Jewish. Maybe I'm on. Maybe I'm on. All right. Don't read anything into it. Oh, that's Jay the Void back there. He's actually not fixed, and he walks with a limp, unfortunately. So I've tried many a times to trap him to get him fixed, and it never works. But yeah, the point is that they use these traps, religion, the Israel-Palestine conflict. What do you think about rights for the alphabet gang, religious freedoms, blah 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 blah. All of this is distraction while they run to the bank. You know, they've got all our money. We're living more and more paycheck to paycheck. Oh, it's not BS, Big Maj. It's I'm dropping truth bombs over here, man. Open up your third eye. I want to remind you that both Clinton and Trump were friends of Epstein. It's not left or right. It's rich versus poor. You know, it's bad, it's powerful bad people who are keeping us down. And I know y'all are going to hate this one, especially the right wingers, but the workers of the world need to unite and fucking tear down this system. I mean, look, there is a lot black I mean, look, here's the thing. Black versus white is a big issue. But and what really annoys me is a lot of white people are like, I don't see color. Well, that's the problem. That's the problem. We live in a world where color exists. And you have to know that when you're white, there's certain advantages that you have. Like the fact that when I got pulled over last, I didn't even get ticketed. I just got let off with a warning. If I was 20 miles an hour over the posted speed limit when I got pulled over. You think that would have happened if instead of David Romano, I was David Mumumbo or something like that? Let me give you the Cliff Notes version. No. You have so yeah, to get what I'm so yeah, if I may say, you have to see color, but you also have to recognize that we're all the same. Beyond that. These are the differences that the ruling class used to divide us. For the record, oh, this stream this stream's about feeding homeless cats and just shooting the shit. But it's almost 1 o'clock. Okay, I'm gonna get in my car and start heading home. Bye, Charlie. I love you, dude. Bye, Jay the Void. Eventually, I'll fix you and take you to Fix Nation to get that limp. What is Bofa? Bofa these nuts. Ike gloves. You'll get warnings if you don't play, stupid. I don't follow. But okay. Charlie does want off the streets very badly. And yes, Sylvana, Charlie has food right here. And also he has dry food and much water containers. But yeah, Charlie, much like Fats, the Tuxies want off the streets. Speaking of off the streets, I'm getting cold, so I'm getting off the streets, peeps. Also, I'm very curious what this like plume of smoke situation, fog, whatever it is. We're gonna go drive past that. But like, here's the thing, and people of color, for the record, I know I'm white, but I'm literally taking this like whole hog from like progressive, from like progressive intellectuals of color. But the whole concept of whiteness didn't exist until there were black people to keep down. I mean, keep in mind, before we worried about black and brown people, it was about keeping the whites separate. You know, so if you were British or German or French, you were the good whites. But if you were Irish or Catholic of some other sort, or maybe of the Jewish persuasion, or maybe Romani, uh, then you were the lesser white. You know, but then once it became, you know, so yeah, or Slavic. So really, the whole concept of white versus black is to get the poor whites on the side of the rich whites rather than on the side of the poor. You know, it's the division. It's the division. Um, it's using the threat of a race war. It's using the threat of a race war to distract from the class war that should happen. All right, I'm gonna take off my red communist shoes and do a little capitalist boogie. We got to figure out what this big plume of smoke is. It's almost certainly a fire, but I'm curious. Oh, faithless. I'm bringing the Brits into it because y'all are also responsible for what's going on in Israel and Palestine, thanks to you and the Frenchies in that bullshit Sykes-Picot agreement. We need more. I gotta have more cowbell. What is this? What is going on? Are you serious? Bro. All right. So bitter, we were feeding homeless cats, but now I'm just getting super ADHD, and I want to see what this big smoke plume is. Although I also have ran out of road at the moment because Lancashire has come to an end, and I'm at San Fernando. Um, all right, so yeah, we're gonna go check out what the heck that is, and then we're gonna call the stream. Assuming I can get there easily, which I don't know. I can't because I can't just go across because this train tracks. All right, how do I get there in a safe manner? And also, where is there? All right, how do we get there? Car fire? Yeah. Or actually, just keeping things a buck. Probably an RV fire. Some homeless dude was trying to cook up that Scante, real Scante warrior, and it went left. All right, we're on Sheldon Street. It's more than that. Oh shit! I didn't. All right, wait. Hold on. Okay. Someone's crashed. I hope it was Ty Lopez's Lambo. I've made a bunch of scathing remarks about Mr. Lopez. What is this? Watch the road, David. Hey, Big Mach, it's all good, man. I love you regardless. I don't like you're hanging out. You're chilling with. We're chilling. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, that's so anticlimactic. There's smokestacks. Oh my God, there's smokestacks. I think it's a power plant. Let me make a left over here. Is this Tonga or is this Clyburn? It's neither. It's Glen Oaks. Okay. Oh my God, that's so anticlimactic. That sucks. What's the yellow line in the road? Oh, like that. Oh, the double yellow? You mean? That's the no passing. Like, if you break a double yellow, you've broken the law. So yeah, like you can see, this side is to go this way, that side is to go the other way. And you see how it's dashed? Like it's one solid, one dash. This means you can use this middle lane right now to, yeah, this means right now when it's one solid, one dash means you can go into that median section and use it to make a left or a U-turn. But when it's solid, you're not supposed to enter, and it's technically illegal to enter. Shit! All right, what? I have. Yes, exactly. It's a do not cross. But like right now, because it's dashed, I can go in here right now. Like what I just did is completely legal to make this U-turn. But if it was double solid yellows, it's a no-go, and it would be illegal to break those lines. All right, hold on one second. All right, what's here? Ooh, spooky. Dead end. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm having a curious question. What is this? Okay. Oh my God, I'm really good at Department of Water and Power. Yeah, it's a power plant. There you go. All right, we figured it out. We've all learned something. This is a power plant. Yeah. So we do have double whites faithless, but that's an entirely different. I mean, it means the same thing, but it's just you know. I believe the fine print or like the flamethrower headlights. That's some James Bond level shit right there. All right, guys, let's get moving. Okay, Sheldon. Hold on one second. Sorry, I know I'm a huge child, but the VTEC's about to kick in, yo. Okay, I know. I'm a. Oh no, Silvana, I've seen that sketch thousands of times. I knew exactly what you were talking about with that. I gotta have more cow. Believe me, you're gonna want that cowbell. Consuming meth while driving, don't do that. Don't do that. I've never actually done meth, so I couldn't tell you what that's like. But don't do that. I got a fever, and the only prescription, there you go, Big Madge is helping us out here, is more cowbell. I'm sure it is, Deesh. I just don't want to find out. to be honest with you. Like, that shit is dangerous. And I mean, I've been prescribed amphetamines, not meth specifically, but like everybody with ADHD who's got an Adderall prescription has done some sort of amphetamine. Um, and I can honestly say, not a fan. Wait, hold on. Time out on the field. Isn't Tylenol number 3 the one with codeine in it? Not meth. No, avoid the perk 10. It's all about the perk 30. All right, what is this? Laurel Canyon. Brilliant. I have the world's greatest sense of direction. I do. I do. There. Okay, so Faithless. Elijah is the mod, but sometimes comments get deleted accidentally. I've done it before. Um, but yeah, guys, can we not make the chat a drug discussion if possible? Like, here's the thing: the best drug in the world was, is, and will always be. That's a cop. Was, is, and will always be marijuana. It's the greatest. It's the greatest substance known to mankind, and it just grows like that. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't think Elijah would hide one of your comments, Faithless. No, oxycodone is a horrible thing. Fuck the Sacklers for that. White Widow, as we speak, that's a throwback strain, man. That's a throwback strain. I'm not sure what I got in my apartment right now, but it's very so. All right, guys, Elijah, Elijah, do me a favor. You don't need to time out or delete anybody, but if this shit keeps going, start deleting the drug related stuff, please. Except for the weed stuff, I don't mind that. Sour diesel mixed with meth and crack. That's a heady combination, to say the least. Made that yellow. Let's fricking go. Yeah. Say no to drugs. Say yes to marijuana. All right, now we really let the VTEC kick in. 1 second, y'all. I'm a child with an early 2000s Honda engine. The VTEC, when it kicks in, makes really good noises. And the VTEC just kicked in, yo! Don't think I'm actually going that fat. Well, I am. I'm doing 80 now. All right, we're good. Oh, I gotta tell you, Matt, if there's a strain, I've probably smoked it. I've been smoking the weed since I was much younger. I'm in my 30s now. Oh no, Big Madge, I don't drive a Benz. Nothing against Benzes, but I could never afford it. I drive a 2003 Acura. Granted, same here in Vironel. I am the same age, and I have been smoking weed since I was a teenager. Oh yeah, baby, keep on rolling. Move in, now move out. Keep rolling. What? Hey, hey, Dad. Uh, To answer your question, Big Match, I'm not into crypto. Not that, like, I do think that we should all find ways to create wealth and whatnot, and to live better in life. But I think crypto is just a big rug pull at this point. Now, do I regret not buying Bitcoin the first time somebody said, "Hell, you should get into Bitcoin"? Oh, just to be clear, Faithless, I'm doing 80 in a 65, so we're good. But this guy, holy shit balls! And I thought I'm speeding. That guy is driving recklessly. No, Big Maj. Here's the advantage of being white. I won't get ticketed for the speed I'm doing. Doubt it. Chewy Soda, I'm going to have to press X to doubt, considering I'm an atheist and a Jew. But yeah, that Charger just freaking dog walked me. Yeah, agreed, Solid Tank. Real Hellcat driver activities there for a second. Not a fan. No, Big Man. Not the 101 yet. We're on the 170 right now. You know what the problem with Nas is right now, Sylvana? Not enough people are using it for their cars. Everyone's using it to nuke their brain cells. All right, now we're on the 101. Nah, you'd think so, Kathy, but I can say from experience that the Highway Patrol doesn't really care. That's crazy, Matt. Where am I from? Here's a guess. I'm from Los Angeles. Oh no, they can't. Well, Madge, remember what I said? It's different. It's different. This is why you need to see color, because I know that there's a lot of things that I can get away with as a white dude that people of color cannot. I don't think that's a good thing, but while I have these advantages, I will use them. Like, I cannot wait until the scales of justice are actually balanced. But while they're not, I'm going to take advantage of it. Kind of hating. But yeah, remember, Big Match, what I said? I got pulled over by the sheriff's department last week for doing 50 in a 30. Holy shit, there goes a BMW really fast. Look at those two Beamers just dog walking me. See, it's 1 in the morning, so nobody gives a damn. I mean, here's the thing. I did get... Yeah, it really is. Like, yeah, and like, remember, Big Match, when I said, I got pulled over for doing 50 in a 30 by the sheriff's department last week. And they were just like, yeah. They were just like, all right, try to slow down next time. You think I would have gotten away with a warning if I were African American or Latino? I think not. All right, guys. Okay, guys. I'm off the freeway and I'm actually going to call the stream. I'm starting to feel a little bit ill. So I'm going to call the stream. I'm going to go home and I'm going to hang out with my kitties. But thank you to everyone who came in and popped in. This was a very productive stream. I'm glad all of you were able to hang out with me for at least a little bit. But yeah, just to clarify, the only drug I'm on right now is no drug, and that's a problem. But as soon as I get home, I will be dabbing. Yeah, I just get car sick, and I had a migraine when we started this stream, and I've kind of been toughing it through, but it's not getting any better. So yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out with me. I love each and every one of you, and yeah. I don't know what you're on about, Kathy, but please just nah. Like I'm in no interest to talk to God. I went to Orthodox Jewish day school for most of my elementary and high school. I got no interest. Like really none. Negative interest. Like, if I may quote George Carlin, military cemeteries the world over are full of dead people who thought God was on their side. You know, it's a little presumptuous to go into some random person's stream and tell them that they need to calm down and talk to God. Like, that's really, really like not okay. Like, it's really self-righteous in a really disgusting way. I got to tell you, like, you need to sit down and have a think about if that's the way you want to go. Anyways, everyone, thank you so much for hanging. Do I believe in Santa Claus? I mean, look, I'm sure. Thanks, Elijah. I just look. If you want to believe, believe. If you don't want to believe, don't believe. That's all you. But like, just please don't come and proselytize in my chat. Like, it's not the place. Anyways, thanks y'all for hanging out with me. I'm like literally about to get into my own garage. Yeah, like, look, I'm gonna John Lennon you right now. Whatever gets you through the night. For me, I can't. I think, but it's up to you. Anyways, well, let me get back to what I was saying a second ago. Regardless of your beliefs, regardless of your politics, regardless of all of that, I love all of y'all. As long as you love each other and don't impose your beliefs on people who don't want them, we're good. We're good. We're good.